So, Vaibhav, can you start recording the session, please?
Yeah, I have started.
Perfect. Right. Thank you very much.
So yesterday I have created some IAM user, and that was the password. How I can go with that? So you can go from here also. So first let me see. That is my URL. From here, the user can log in and make the change in their once you are logging with your user ID and password, they will reflect to for change your password, means the new password, and confirm the new password. So we have to download these files also. Screen is not visible. Okay. I think console is visible or not? Console is visible? Okay. Yeah, so here my console is here. So you can go from this one. You can go and create your IAM user. Uh, Security and management tab is here. Security, identity and compliance. So from here you can create on IAM user role. You can click here. Yeah, I have one user and one user group. So the thing is that means first create a user group, and your user will be part of that group. Okay, so I will go with the first user group, create a user group, create user group. You can name one like DigiFlant, you can DBA. That is my group. And user you can add here from a user also, and you can add later also. If you have a user and you want to add that user in any group, then you can do here. And if you don't have a user, so create a user later, and you can create a group without a user. So you can give the all privilege whatever you need, RDS full access and user support, EC2 full access. It depend upon your business requirement, the privilege. Before granting the privilege to any user, make sure and double check for that. I think here the user is created, user group, view the group. Okay, we have this group, DigiFluent, GDBA. Now we can create a user, add user. Suppose my username is uh, anyone XYZ. That is my user, and here is the main thing, access type. I shall programmatically access using the key ID, AWS API, Click SDK. So you can select from here also, but it is not my requirement. And also the password thing here you can mention. The password will change at the time of user logging. He can change the password that time. Here it is asking for you for a user group. So of course I want to put my user in a DigiFlant, not in DBA group. So I select this one. Here is key. You have to mention the key for your identity. So whatever name you want, you can give it. So my user is XYZ. So I am giving the XYZ only. Create a user. From here you can send the mail and all the things, and the most important things, you are creating a user, you are means cloud admin, then you must have to share the user id and password to that user. So here the user id is xyz, and here is all the detail. Download that csv files. That is the detail of our new user which we have created right now. That is username and that is password. Access key also there, so we can go and logging with that, means this one. Access key, actually we don't have face access key here. Password is here but not access key is here. Secret key also not there. So access key id we need. It is taking some time, maybe some network issue or slowness. So here we got the access key. That key we require to logging. Copy this URL, complete URL. You can paste here. Browser is visible to everyone or not? Hello. Hello.
Yeah, it's visible.
Yeah, Abhi, it is visible.
So in browser you can paste it. Yeah, so here it is asking for I am a user. The account ID means reflecting automatically. That is the account ID for our user. So you can mention the name. Our name was ABC that time, and the password. I don't think we have mentioned the password here. So you can go with the password here, and we can log in with that. So this error is reflecting, actually I created a user and I forget the password. So here is the option to reset the password. You can sign with, you can go with the forget the password, and if you are mention same process here, mail ID, then you can recover from here only. Actually, I forgot the password. Okay, so actually I forgot the password, and that is the issue. Here is the password, but this password we cannot use for the logging. We have created the password at the time of logging, that will only work. My console, the problem I will logging with that. So root user I can log in. Yeah, so we create the user, and again I'm showing the same process again. Uh, Again is you can create the user. Solarness here in network. I'm creating again. Please see. User, you cannot add user right now. You can create a user again. It is reflecting error that dev group is already existing, should not create. So I go with dev 2. I'm giving the full access of RDS EC2 instance and for dev purpose. DMS services. Here I'm also giving the Red Hat and Redshift. If you want, Glacier is also there. You can put as per your requirement. Number of policy we extended the limit. Dev name, that is only a conflict, so I have changed this to test. Let's see what's happened. It is slow. Maybe my network is slow, that's why you're giving some error right now, because it's not going to create any user. It's a deleting. Dev group is deleted. I'm going to delete one more group. It's DBA. Again, I'm going to delete. How you can delete the group? You have to type the name in that digiflant DBA. Yeah, so by this way you can create and delete. Again, we can create a group. Name is suppose Dave. Again, because Dave is not existing right now, so of course no issue is there. There is limitation for some privilege and roles, so go for that documentation, check here. Actually I have not checked how much privilege and role you can assign to a group or a user, so that is also issue. So I will create with some two or three privilege only. Now the DBA is created, we can create the user. But the things here we can see one problem is here. We can see is user. No user is here. So of course we have not assigned the user. We can create a user and then we can attach user to this group. Here you can show the custom password. You can mention your own password. So here is some restrictions for password. It must be a 8 character, including some a special character, numerical, and all these things. I think it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8 character. No problem. DBA group I am assigning Yeah, so user has created and you can download that files. So I have repeat 3 times the same process. Make sure it's clear for you all. Yeah, so here is the details. You can copy the URL from here. Go to the your console. Yeah, so it is reflecting for your IAM user name and password. ID is means a directory come on that. So my user name was Abhay2. I mentioned Abhay2 there, and my password here that was yeah. So now this screen is visible to everyone. Hello, hello.
Yes, visible.
Yeah, so here you can see AWS account is here, a username that's Abhay2, and it's asking for the old password and new password, retype new password. So I have mentioned here my old password and I will change my new password here only. The concept only is on server. At the first time you are logging on your server in any organization, they pop up for a change your password and set your new password. So that is the same concept it is. Yeah, so my password has been changed and now I'm logging to my AWS not with as a root user. I am user and that name is Abhay2 and my account is this. In this account I am logging. So by this way you can create the user and grant all the access to that user. It is clear for everyone. Any question from IAM role or user? Hello. Hello.
None.
Hello.
No questions.
No questions.
Hello,
Yes.
Abhay is there?
Yeah, Abhay is here.
Uh, Actually, my question is that what is the main purpose of the creating the IMF user? Uh,
INF user, IAM user.
yeah,
Yeah, so IAM user means just you means think as a you are a user for accessing that resources, and you have some privilege and some roles. By this role and privilege, you can access that means you are a user. Anyone come and anyone can access the server. It's not possible, of course. For that, we create some identity of that user and that is a IAM role. Your name is there, and by this way, the admin can identify who is logging to the console and accessing the server. For that purpose, we are creating the role and user. It is clear?
okay.
Okay, so IAM user have created. I show you the practical also. So I go with the security group. The security group only attached with issue to instance is mainly a thing. Means here you can see in my screen. There is some definition like security group act as a firewall for associated Amazon EC2 instance. means it's just a mediator between your EC2 instance and your internet. That is a security group. How your inbound and outbound traffic will interact with your EC2 through internet, that is only a security group. So I show you to how to create a security group for your EC2 instance. Again, here showing the same. So I'm going with my root user only. Yeah. So, yeah, so from here, we go and we create a security group. We type here. Here is the type security group. Yeah, I have one default security group. We create one security group here. So you can name the security group as for your standard, your requirement. You can give any name. It's a test security group SG. Allow SSH and HTTP. BPC, of course, we have whatever the BPC you have, we have to attach that BPC. So my all the BPC I've deleted, only one default BPC here. I'm selecting only that BPC, and you can add the inbound role here only. So you can go with the HTTP, SSH first. You can mention your custom here, your IP, or you can choose my IP. So it will reflect automatically the IP is here. And of course, for inbound, you will not go with HTTP. So whatever your requirement, you can select from here also. For outbound, yeah, all traffic should be granted for outbound. No need to change in it. If you want to add some tag, you can add the tag from here. So I'm not adding any tag. Create a security group. Here is asking for the CSD blocks. Yeah, so my security group is created and the security group name is this. So what is the purpose of security group? The security group you have to attach with your EC2 instance, and that we told your instance how the inbound and outbound traffic will be miscommunicate. So that is the main important part to communicate with the EC2 instance. Security group, you must have to mention all the roles and the inbound and outbound rules is there. We have SSH. You can go and on this IP we can SSH with our user ID and password. And outbound, all the traffic is granted for the outbound. So our security group has been created. Any question from security group? Hello. Any question for security group? No question. Okay, so actually yesterday I go with the BPC and there is some problem with the BPC also, so that was not good, and also some person is not available. So today I also again create the BPC. Here you can select create VPC and your VPC name is test VPC. You can say CAISDR block 10.0.0.0 oblique star 26. Default tendency, I all means yesterday told you that the tendency, what the meaning of tendency, two type of tendency is here, default and dedicated. If we are going with the dedicated, then your VPC will not able to communicate with your hosted EC2 instance or shared instance, because it are dedicated, so it is will only communicate with shared. So make it default always, and also as per your requirement. Yeah, so VPC is created. That is the test VPC we have, and in VPC there is a subnet. So we have create subnet. So there are two types of subnet. One is public subnet and another is private subnet. So private subnet is for your private work, means for your incomings, and but public you can use the public subnet for your web accessing and all the things. So in a single VPC, we need two private and two public VPC. From here, you can create the subnet. You can mention the select the VPC from here. I will create my subnet in my test VPC. And yesterday, I told you how we go and define the range of subnet. So subnet name you can choose is a test public. Test public. Availability zone you can mention. I mentioning the that in Virginia, and you can choose here from 10.0.0.0 and /28. For that I have explained yesterday, and also show you the things. So all the things we have mentioned, we can create the subnet. So we have one subnet public is there. Again like same we can create again a subnet, one public, two public and two private. So go to the test private one, select the availability zone blocks here. Of course we go with the that divide by 28, then the bit length is 16. So what the next CID block will be, it will be 10.0.0.16, because 0 to 15 already in use in my public. So now comes this 16 here. So it's created. Again create more subnet. One more is a private and one more public. Public, suppose it should be. So the thing again come, we have created 16. So what next? The next one is 10.0.0.0, and that is 0.32. Means till 16 to 31 is a 16 bit, and we come this one again with 32. Okay, so it's created, and we have created two public and one public, two private. So we need to create one more private because two public and two private are required. So test subnet. Again select the zone and mention, of course we go with the 32. So 32 plus 60, so it's a 38. 48, sorry, I told 38. So that is our last IP in that means BPC. So we have created all four. So go and check the subnet here. Here is test private 1, test public 1, test private, and test public. Means two public and two private subnet I have created in our BPC. Now go to the root table. These all are part of our BPC. So for work to the BPC, need subnet, need a root tables, also internet gateway and NAT gateway we required. So create a root table here. You can name the root table is a test RT, and BPC you can select. Of course, I will create in my test BPC. If you want to put some tag, you can put. Otherwise, you can create that root table. Okay, so root table has created one. Root table is here. Yeah, so from here in root table, subnet association is the main important thing. You can go here and you can add the things. So I'm create the test RT. It is for private. I'm editing to make sense it. One public root table and one private root table is required. So I created this one as a private root table. And go and add some subnet here. So I have created 4 subnet. So you can select any one. It's a private. So for private root, you can attach only a private subnet. So it is attached and reflecting here. Also in route, you can go and change your route, how your traffic will come and go. So you can add this one. So for that, for editing the route, we need either internet gateway or NAT gateway. So still we don't have an internet gateway and don't have a NAT gateway. So we need to create that one. So let first create the internet gateway. Here, create an internet gateway. Internet gateway is communicating with the website using HTTP. That for requirement of that only in the internet gateway. Yeah, so our internet gateway is created. So we can go with the root table and go in here. We can edit the root. Suppose I want 00, that one, and I mention internet gateway. So no, the things is there. Yeah, so from here you can select. NAT gateway, no NAT gateway we have. Create the NAT gateway. NAT gateway is for your private. So communicate, suppose any database instance want to communicate over the internet, means want to download some patch, so that time NAT gateway is required. It's for private use, not for public. You can select the subnet for that. So of course it's a private, so we will select a private subnet. Yeah, so elastic, you can go and use select from here the your elastic IP, or you can click here, it automatically reflected here. Create your NAT gateway. So our NAT gateway is created, internet gateway is created. Yeah, so by this way we means reflecting that the route will be go with the NAT, but this will be the private network. Only you can access the internet, but the internet guys, the guy on the website cannot access your site. It's a private. So today I go with the VPC subnet, route table, internet gateway, and NAT gateway with security group and IAM role. If anyone has a question, please ask. Hello. Hello.
No, we don't have a question.
Okay, Sneha. No question. Yeah, then last things I want to tell you the types of the EC2 instance. So
Abhay,
yes.
I'm sorry, but if you can go back to the screen where we choose the security groups.
Yes, sir. Just I'm going.
So, I mean, last time when I was trying to do it, I was actually perplexed with the kind of similar security groups, like for database for that matter. So, is there a way, are they really categorized in some manner, or what is the best way to choose it?
No, sir, the main purpose of security group, suppose means you want to told your issue to instance, okay, how your inbound and outbound traffic will communicate. That is only a purpose of that. Suppose
Uh,
in our office, means आपके मीन्स ऑफिस में कोई आ रहा है, देन ऐसा तो नहीं होगा कि बंदा आया और देन आके सीधा घुस जाएगा ऑफिस में, नहीं. ऑफ कोर्स वो नीचे आएगा, नीचे उसकी एक चेकिंग हो रही जो सिक्योरिटी चेकिंग होगी, देन वो फिफ्थ फ्लोर पे आएगा, फिफ्थ फ्लोर पर आने के बाद थंब इम्प्रेशन है हमारे गेट पे, वो थंब इम्प्रेशन देगा. अब वो ऑफिस में गया, देन ऑफ कोर्स देयर इज अ डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट इन ऑफिस, सो उसको किस डिपार्टमेंट में जाना है, सो दैट इज ओनली अ सिक्योरिटी ग्रुप. मीन्स
no, I'm not
हाउ
asking. It's a security group. I'm saying there are n number of them defined there. Can you go to that screen, please?
means n number of security groups.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, means you are a type of security group you were
type of
saying.
security group. Yeah.
Yeah. So I will cover in next session types of security group. Today's
Yes, please.
session only the security group. That's,
Okay. Thank you very much.
actually I'm coming with a little bit, means a small chunk. That's why.
This is
So
too good, brother.
yeah.
I really appreciate it.
So
Thank
sir,
you very
from here you can create the security group. You can mention here also create the security group. You can mention the name. So here you can find out the information
Correct.
from here, and also description you can create on the information, so you can go all the information, means how much the length will be and all the things. And
Correct.
BPC, of course, as the security group in your BPC, so my BPC is a test BPC, and I want to attach with this test BPC, so I will select that. And inbound rule, we have to add where it is the SSH or HTTP. So here you can add the rule for that. And in outbound, of course, for outbound, all the traffic will be granted. And last one is create the security group. So here all the port automatically generate the port range and all the things. If once you mention the things, here you can go the port range and all the things from here.
Correct.
So it is clear, sir?
It is very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So the last one, I will conclude today's session with the types of EC2 instance. So there is a multiple type like general purpose. Here in on my screen you can say general purpose EC2 instance is a much popular used for web server development environment. So you can go in detail and you can check. There is lots of type of that. Computerized, computer optimized. It's a good for computer intensive applications such as some scientific modeling and high performance web servers. For that we need computer optimized EC2 instance, memory optimized. So of course for some database related and all the things, we need a memory optimized and computer optimized, both the things. So it's depend upon your requirement which EC2 instance type you will choose as per your organization and your project. We can choose from that. So that is only. And storage optimized is mainly idea requirement for the huge amount of storage requirement. Of course for database purpose, storage optimized is the best because the main game of the storage in database. Every company are paying lots of money for save the space because space is costly in scenario of database. So company goes for a storage optimized for database side. And the things, once you are creating the EC2 instance, that time you see that thing export instance. There was an option to click, cross check button was there. If you are going with cross check button, then if they have available any export instance, they will allocate that. Export instance is nothing, is an unused instance. Suppose any organization, anyone created some instance and it is not used, it is terminated or stops. So the web means the cloud provider take that and it's just grant for you for time being. Suppose you required some instance for 2 days, 5 days and 10 days. So of course you are not go for a permanent solution, you will go for a export instance, and that is cheaper, cost effective. So we go with that. It's on demand, and of course it's a means cheaper than all the instance type. So these are the types of EC2 instance.
Abhay, just want
Yeah.
to say, if you are referring to anything on the screen, we are not able to see, if I am not wrong.
Oh, it's not seeing.
That's right.
We are just
Now,
seeing create security group right now.
okay. Not a issue. Yeah, that is. Now it's visible.
Yes, your Word file is visible.
Yeah, so here is the types of EC2 instance: general purpose, computer optimized, memory optimized, accelerated computing, storage optimized, and export instance. I have explained all the instance type. So it's depend upon your requirement, which one will be suited for your requirement, go and select. Yeah, mainly the general purpose is popular because if anyone don't have an idea about choosing the EC2 instance, of course they will go with the general purpose. Even we are creating the EC2 instance, we go and select the general purpose and we will create the instance. So that why it is popular. And as per your requirement, you can segregate which type is suitable for you and you can select from either of them. It is clear now? Hello.
Yes, Abhay.
Yeah, so today I've completed from my side VPC, subnet, route, and internet gateway, NAT gateway, IAM role, all the thing today I covered with the practical and also a theory on the EC2 instance type. If anyone have question, any doubt, and let me know. And I think today's session will be quite good compared to yesterday. So if still any problem, let me know. I will improve. And yes, tomorrow I will means finalize the session. Means tomorrow I will told you all the tale and something more. And tomorrow the last will be the session.
Amit, this has been a fantastic effort. Thank you very much.
Okay, so no question. Hi guys, if no question,
No.
then okay. Thank you for joining.
Nothing from my
Yes, Abhay.
side. Thank you, Abhay.
Thanks, Abhay.
Thanks guys. Thanks.
Thank you.